Have you ever stared at a photograph of your own life and realized it was a perfect, beautiful lie? I'm looking at one right now. It's our family portrait taken last fall in Lincoln Park, the Chicago skyline, hazy and golden behind us. My wife Sarah is radiant, her hand resting on my shoulder. Our daughter Lily is beaming between us. We look like the American dream, but it's his handiwork. The man who framed the shot, who told me to tilt my chin just so, who captured my wife's dazzling smile. He captured it because he was the one putting it there. The screen of her second phone, the one she thought I never knew about, glows on the table in front of me, open to a string of messages that have burned a hole straight through my world. The last one, sent an hour ago, is a picture of our family portrait with a caption that reads, "I still can't believe you let me hang this in your house. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel. Tell us where you're from and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows." The first crack in the facade wasn't a thunderclap, it was a whisper. It was the scent of a cologne that wasn't mine clinging to her coat, a scent I vaguely recognized but couldn't place. It was the late nights at the office that stretched past midnight. Her explanations always a little too detailed, a little too rehearsed. She started guarding her phone like it was a state secret, angling the screen away from me with a casualness that felt practiced. When I'd ask who she was texting, she'd laugh it off. "Just work, honey. You know how demanding this new project is?" The humiliation began to curdle in my gut. I felt it when she'd look at me, her eyes holding a flicker of something I couldn't name: pity, maybe, or contempt. She was a ghost in our own home. Her body present, but her spirit somewhere else entirely. The discovery was a slow, agonizing bleed. A credit card statement I opened by mistake showed a charge for $200 at the bar of the Peninsula, a place we only went for anniversaries. She'd told me she was at a conference in Rosemont that night. Then came the phone calls, hushed, hurried conversations in the pantry. The door clicked almost shut. I'd hear her murmur, a low, intimate cadence she hadn't used with me in years. She became a master of manipulation, a cold artist of gaslighting. When I'd bring up my suspicions, my voice trembling with a hurt I couldn't hide, she would turn it back on me with surgical precision. "Are you accusing me of something, Mark? After everything we've built, I can't believe you'd think so little of me. Maybe you're the one with the problem." She made me feel insane, my own intuition a weapon turned against me. The villains, her and him, started to feel untouchable. They grew bold. One Saturday, I took our daughter to the Lincoln Park Zoo. As we were leaving, I saw them, Sarah and him. They were walking hand in hand near the conservatory, laughing, heads bent close together. He looked familiar, a smug, self-satisfied artist type. And then it hit me, a sickening jolt that buckled my knees. It was Julian, the photographer. It's the man who had arranged my family into a perfect lie just months before. Seeing them together so brazenly out in the open on a Saturday afternoon broke something inside me. I hid behind a food cart, my heart hammering against my ribs, and watched my wife kiss him. It wasn't a peck. It was a deep, lingering kiss, full of a passion she hadn't shown me in half a decade. That night, I didn't confront her. The broken man who had left the house that morning was gone. His place was someone else, someone cold and strategic. The tears came later in the shower, silent and scalding. But when the water ran cold, so did my soul. My grief had hardened into something else, purpose. The next Monday, I hired a private investigator, a grizzled ex-cop, out of a small office on West Madison Street. I wanted everything. Photos, videos, financial records. For 2 months, I played the part of the slightly distant but still loving husband. I listened to her fabricated stories about work, nodding along while a manila envelope full of high-resolution photos of her. And Julian, entering a boutique hotel in the Gold Coast, sat in the trunk of my car. I set the traps. I met with the best divorce attorney in Chicago. I found out Sarah had been siphoning money from our joint savings into a private account for over a year. With my lawyer's guidance, I legally and quietly moved my inheritance into a trust she couldn't touch. I documented every lie, every dollar, every secret meeting. The public exposure was a masterpiece of social destruction. Sarah had been planning her firm's annual charity gala for months. It was her crowning achievement. A night where she could shine in front of all her colleagues and society friends at a lavish ballroom in the Drake Hotel. I bought a table. When it was her turn to give the keynote speech, basking in the applause, I stood up. "Before you continue, Sarah," I said, my voice calm and clear through the microphone I had arranged to have, "I think everyone here deserves to know the real you." On the massive screens on either side of the stage, where a slideshow of her corporate achievements was supposed to play, a different presentation began. It started with a photo of her and Julian kissing outside the hotel, and a bank statement showing the transferred funds, then text messages, graphic and undeniable. The room fell into a silence so profound you could hear the ice clinking in 100 glasses. I watched her face collapse, the color draining from it, her arrogant smile dissolving into a mask of pure horror. Julian, who was the event's official photographer, tried to slip out the back, but my pie was there to gently block his path. The ruin was absolute. She was fired the next day. Her friends, the ones who had admired her ambition and style, treated her like a pariah. The divorce was brutal and swift. The evidence was irrefutable. The judge cited the infidelity and the financial deception. She left the marriage with nothing but her clothes and the debt from her secret account. I got the house, full custody of our daughter, and my dignity back. The house on the North Shore is quiet now. Sometimes late at night, I walk past the living room and see the empty space on the wall where the family portrait used to hang. I threw it into a dumpster myself, but I can still see it, burned into my memory. A perfect, beautiful lie. The end.